After California massacres, Asian Americans shoulder the grief. The community had foregone Lunar New Year parties since the pandemic struck, so this month, though Nugent vowed to throw the biggest bash yet, there would be dance-off, martial arts performances, and a culinary treasure trove of sticky rice rolls. There would also be security guards and plainclothes informants watching for anything amiss. America's gun violence, coupled with a rise in anti-Asian hate, had motivated Nugent, vice president of a Vietnamese American Association in Raleigh, North Carolina, to beef up defense measures for the stadium event on January 15th. Still, he said, navigating the threat hadn't prepared him for the pain of another Asian American celebration ending in bloodshed. My wife and I, we were in disbelief, Nugent said. It's heartbreaking. It lingers. This is going to be a mark on every Lunar New Year going forward. For Asian Americans across the United States, the holiday season was supposed to be about getting together, nurturing bonds, dancing, and splurging on festive treats. The merriment ended Saturday night when a gunman entered a beloved ballroom at the heart of the country's first suburban Chinatown and shot 20 people, killing 11. The nation was still absorbing the horror of the Monterey Park, California massacre when about 380 miles upstate, another assailant ambushed 2 mushroom farms in the Half Moon Bay area on Monday, gunning down 7 workers, some of Asian descent. More mass killings, more collective grief, and this time Asian Americans and immigrants are shouldering the bulk of the agony. Instead of revelry, people are organizing candlelight vigils, memorials, and funeral funds. Lunar New Year events are adding more protections or shutting down. Advocates are scrambling to help the wounded and families of the dead while flagging shortages of multilingual medical workers and mental health counselors who can navigate cultural differences. Guards had just been luring, on top of enduring 2 years of the coronavirus, falling ill and mourning deaths and pausing, just like everyone else. Asian Americans have been the target of a torrent of prejudicial violence. Hate crimes have surged since 2020, according to one recent study, fueled in part by misplaced blame for a virus first reported in China. The number of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders who reported an attack in San Francisco skyrocketed 567% from 2021 to last year. This week, someone called a Los Angeles area hospital where shooting victims were receiving treatment and threatened to finish the job. We have felt like we've had a bullseye on our back this entire pandemic, said Connie Chung-Jo, chief executive of Asians Advancing Justice Southern California. The thousands of people who had gathered over the weekend in Monterey Park to usher in the Year of the Rabbit, those who had planned to twirl the night away at the Star Ballroom Dance Studio before the bullets started flying, had represented a jubilant return to normalcy. When you saw the large crowds on Saturday, it signified that people were feeling safe again, Chung-Jo said. Now we are feeling that fear again. We are still being hit. Thomas Wong, a city council member in Monterey Park, had been blocks away from the dance studio before the attack, speaking at the opening ceremony for a festival that drew large crowds. The Asian majority city, about 15 minutes east of downtown Los Angeles, has historically been a prime destination for Lunar New Year's revelers, a stunning contrast going from that kind of high and excitement and hope just to absolute senseless tragedy and shock and deep, deep sadness, Wong said.